why it's illegal to feed alligators in Florida.
When you feed alligators, they chase you. I do have my safety stick here, so I am going to give him this. I'm going to make sure he's behaving himself first. Stationing. Wait. That was your bad. That was your bad. But that is why it is illegal to feed alligators. This is a 9-foot, 8-inch alligator that came to us as a nuisance animal because he was being illegally fed. And he's very, very pushy. Oh my goodness, Stallone. Manners. All right, I'm gonna go get that piece and I'm gonna have him calm down a little bit and then we'll give it to him. So we don't want to reward that chasing behavior. We want him to station either at the edge of the pool or at my feet. That's why we have the stick here. Stallone, and now, because he's being a good boy, well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you at this point. Here. There it is. Oh, so that is that's why you never feed alligators in Florida.
So here's Gaston. Let me try to give him a... You want turkey neck? Oh, you want this? Yeah. There you go, buddy. He doesn't look terribly bloated. He might a little bit. It's hard to tell, honestly. No. Maybe he is a little bit. It's hard. What do you think?
I can't tell. I would like to get him in the water.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, why don't we let him eat that, and then we can try to put him in the water in a little bit. Okay. And then checking on Trapjaw, he's down there, that shadow there, and he just took a piece of meat too, underwater, so he's got it. So it looks like he's gonna eat it, so that's really good. Also, I just found this tooth in here. Check this out. So this is the side that would have been facing out and got stained, and this is the side facing inside the mouth. Look how white it is. Isn't that cool? So their teeth, you know, are naturally white, and then they get stained by, usually if they're in like a muddy environment or chemicals. I mean, he was like very, very rusty looking. I don't know what environment he really came out of. You know, that could have been just like, I don't know if it was mud or it was like human, like literally rust, because we've seen that too. But either way, you know, it's kind of cool to see this tooth like different colors. Oh, well, he is definitely floating, so that really sucks. He's got his food in his mouth still. I just spooked him back in. But, yep, he's still floating. He's still bloating. But he did poop a little bit. And over there. And, yeah, just like a tiny bit all over the place here. But he's definitely still floating, so. Oh, yeah, it sucks. And by the way, guys, his water is actually clean. If you noticed lately in all my gator videos, all the water is kind of green from the algae. It's super hot right now, so everybody's getting all filled up with algae, even though the water is clean. Let's go, Rick! Oh, hi, Rick. Hi, Rick. Hi, Rick. Hello. Uh-oh, we're falling over in the golf cart. I'm not being a very good driver. So today I've got Ricky sitting on an ice pack. If I don't crash, you can look underneath. There's a little ice pack underneath to keep her cool, because we tried taking her out yesterday. It was just too hot for her. You know, I mean, she's sitting on a blanket that keeps her warm, and I never like thought about the fact that when birds are sitting on their legs, it's allowing heat to escape from underneath to keep them cool. But when she doesn't have two legs and she's just laying on her belly on a blanket, she gets way too hot too fast. So we're gonna try the ice pack today and see if she likes it. Yeah. Hello. Hi, Rick. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And if you guys didn't know about Ricky, she's our little pirate parrot. So she is missing a leg that was taken off by a cat before we had her. And she was surrendered over to the sanctuary. Yeah, so she only got one leg. What you think, Rick? Hello. All right, so the koalas. There's Coco and Gigi. They got cantaloupe, scallops, grapes, bananas, peaches, freeze-dried rod, turkey. Here's Blanco. Here's Lola. And Lily. They got a lot of good food. I'm sure they're going to be very excited about the scallops. And here are the Patagonian Maras. So here's Topanga. Here comes Timothy. How we doing today, guys? So they are a large rodent species native to Argentina. They're a caviform, so they're basically like a giant guinea pig with stilt legs. And they're very cute. Got big eyes and funny looking elf ears. They can also run really fast and jump really far, although we literally never see these ones do anything. But apparently they can run like 30, 35 miles an hour. And here is Yue, and then Kira. Oh, there she is. So they got some chicks today. Yeah, frozen, thawed chick, not one of ours, of course. And then they've got some like liver stuff, I think, and cantaloupe, freeze-dried raw chicken, blueberries, a bunch of good stuff. They're a little scared from the construction going on over there for the beaver enclosure. And here's Hazel. Oh, she took that chick. I guess they're excited about that. Now we got Shippo up there. What do you think, Hazel? Coming back for the chick. And here's little dude, the African crested porcupine. So he's got eggplant. Oh, a banana. There you go. He loves his bananas. He's got leaf eater biscuits, green beans, Brussels sprouts, collard greens, pepper, and orange. He looks very happy about her banana. So we're talking about giant rodents. He's a giant rodent too. And I say this one, it's just weird, you know? Like you see a porcupine, you don't think it's a rat really. But when you look at their dentition, I mean, it makes more sense, but otherwise, I mean, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see it when you just look at a big old spiky dude. Now we're feeding the parrots. So here's Chloe. Cupid is over there. We got Olaf right here. Oh, hi Olaf. Hi buddy. We have Azula. Azula! Hello! And then we've got Bluebird. Hi, Blue. And then we got Suki. Oh, Suki's got some banana. Yeah. Is that good? Isn't that good stuff? Okay, so here's Poppy. Oh, gotcha, Poppy. Go back to your bowl. Eat some food. He just wants pets. He doesn't care. And then here's Coco. Poppy is just being... Oh, Poppy! You can't jump on me. Look at his little fur pants. He's got his winter coat, his fur pants now. But, yeah, so here's these two. Coco is right there, and then Cheeky is behind me. Harvey is in here somewhere, but he hasn't come up, which is obviously concerning, but also... The last time that we had to bring him inside, he did this too. He hid underground for like a couple days. So, I don't know. You know, obviously we're concerned, you know, but at the same time, this is literally what he did the last time, so I don't really know. In other prairie dog news, This was a crater yesterday. This entire thing was a giant burrow, and then now it's gone. They filled the whole thing in and patched it up. It's pretty crazy. So, I don't know. We're going to watch and see if we see Harv. Hopefully he pops up. If he doesn't, we're going to have to start digging, I guess. It's going to be a mess.
I think he will. I mean, this is literally what he did last time.
Yeah, at what point should we start digging?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Hi, Jelly Bean. Hi, buddy. Oh, we got a nice blackberry. Go dance around with it. Yeah, what do you think? Got a happy toucan. Got a happy toucan. You got a nice blackberry. Oh, another blackberry. Very nice. What do you think, huh? So Jelly Bean is a keel-billed toucan. Actually, quite a few different kinds of toucans. There you go. So the toucans are native to Central and South America. And then meanwhile we have the hornbills over there, Zazu and Petrie, and they are African and Asian. Well, the two we have are both African, but just... Wanna be pet? Can I pet you? Oh, when I pet you? Yeah, I think you're gonna try to bite me. Not today, huh? Now we're in the small parrot aviary, little budgies and cockatiels. Got a few at the salad bar. So we gotta check these little coconut houses every day, because these little things are egg-laying machines. There's one in there. So they're always up in there and trying to make more little budgies. Which, you know, we just take the eggs and feed them off to the other animals. Just like a chicken egg. When they're first laid, if you don't allow incubation, there's not going to be any baby inside. So, you know, don't worry, we're not killing baby birds. But a lot of people ask about that, you know. All right, good news. Harvey is up and out. There he is. Hi, Harv. Oh, there he goes. Well, that's good news, though. At least we saw him, so don't have to be worried. Look at these two. Okay, piggies. You sit. Sit. Petunia sitting. You sit. There you go. Oh, Daisy, you're the best pig. You. Julie has been getting increasingly aggressive. Like, she is sketchy. That's a big pig. And as I'm walking in with the buckets from the doorway, she's like rubbing against my legs and trying to bite me and screaming and just being crazy. Daisy over here. Oh, Daisy. Daisy can do no wrong. Well, she never does any wrong. You about to take me out when I'm walking in here. I got my hands full with all the food, otherwise I'd film it. But she gets crazy. The other day she bit me right on my boot, and like it hurt through the boot. More Kit Kat. Kit Kat is demanding food. You sit. And here are the little piggies. Hi, Wilbur. Hi, Molly. And Puddles. And Amy. Amy's huge. Wonder how big she's gonna get. So as big as Julie is, I mean, she's a big pig. You know, she's like, I don't know, definitely that thing's over 200 pounds. It's a big pig. But you guys ever see like big farm pigs, like 500 pounds, or more than that, way more than that? There's some massive pigs. Like, you want to go down a rabbit hole, start looking up like world's biggest pigs and stuff. Like, there are some massive monstrosity pigs. It's pretty crazy. Oh, hi, little dude. You licking me? Yeah? How are we doing, huh? He's so cute. Oh, he's chewing on my boot. What do you think, huh? No stealing. Jeez. Why are you guys such little kleptos, huh? What are you trying to steal my phone for? I was trying to film Blanco. He was playing in the hammock and like rolling around and being so cute. But of course, yeah, you trying to steal my phone. Of course, as soon as I start filming, they stop. Why are you so snatchy? Why are you so snatchy? Why are you like this? You cannot have my phone. No. Oh, no. You can't have it. And here is Calusa. So I just put on her mice for her. We had a big storm roll through, like really, really heavy rain. It's the first heavy rain of the year. So it really came down. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of a walk and see if there's anything out and about from the rain. Now it's in the late evening. It is 8 o'clock. So 8:11. So I'm going to go ahead and walk around and see if anything came out with the rain. And then, so I'm feeding her before the fennec foxes and the skunk. So we're not going to end the video with her for once. But I am going to go ahead and feed her now and give her her eye drops. And she's on my way to where I'm trying to go look. I love the way the forest looks after a heavy rain. Everything is wet and it's kind of misty out. And everything just looks extra green. Very pretty out here. And now we're out here on the power line easement that cuts through the middle of my 40 acres. So I don't think I've shown the easement since we did the video talking about them running over all the gopher tortoise burrows. I've of course been out here, but I don't think I've shown it on camera since. But I did want to show you guys, you know, some of the rebuilding that the gopher tortoises have done. So we've got quite a few active burrows. If you guys remember, me and the FWC officer dug these out to make sure everybody would survive that's down in there. So I did want to walk by and see. There's a gopher frog in there I can see already. He's not going to show up on camera, but I can see him deep in there. But you can see the tortoises did their work clearing this up. Over here is actually one of the, where'd it go? I can say it. Right here. This is a longleaf pine tree, a baby one that they ran over, which is a threatened species, also illegal, just like the gopher tortoises were illegal to run over. And it is starting to regrow. It's got a little sprout, so that's really good for the longleaf pine. But yeah, I'm going to pop around out here, see if anything got stirred up by the rain, and take a look into a lot of these burrows with a flashlight and see if any of the gopher frogs are coming up because of the rain, which they should be. Yeah, real pretty sunset going on too. But here's the biggest and most active gopher tortoise burrow on this section. So I'm just gonna shine my light down in there and see if there's anything going on. Can't see anybody. Also, just FYI, you cannot disturb these legally. You have to leave them alone, leave gopher tortoises alone, leave their burrows alone, and make sure you don't walk on, this is called the apron. This is where they nest. So they dig all that sand out of the burrow. You know, a burrow can be like 50 feet long, and they dump all the sand out here. And even though to most people it just looks like sand, it's nothing special, it is. And that's actually where they nest. So if you have them around your property, you do want to make sure that you're not stepping on that section. And if you guys remember, I put down some old carpet and boards to try to attract snakes to be able to find. And under this one, I was just looking, this is a black widow web. And there she is. So those are black widow egg sacs, and there is a black widow spider. So you can see the hourglass there on the abdomen. So they are not an aggressive spider species at all. You know, the infamous black widow. Everybody talk, oh my God, they're so deadly. I mean, yeah, they have super potent venom. Don't get me wrong. Like, their venom is like 15 times more toxic than a rattlesnake's venom, which is really cool. I think it's compared to a western diamondback. I'll cover that back up for her. But anyways, they're not aggressive at all, and you don't have to fear them or vilify them or kill them. I'm gonna leave them, you know, they live here. But yeah, pretty cool. They have that hourglass on the abdomen. Also, though, the amount of venom they inject if they were to bite you is a minuscule amount. It is such a small amount of venom. It is super, super potent, but it is a very small amount of venom. So even though it's 15 times more toxic than a rattlesnake venom, it's such a tiny, tiny amount that, like, generally they're not going to be life-threatening to a healthy adult most of the time. Those are generalizations. Again, don't go get bit by one for fun. Yeah, especially with modern medical care too, you know, you should be okay. Not that you want to experience that, but yeah. Anyways, I need two hands to be able to flip this and see what's under here. Well, no snakes, but there is a cool centipede. It's a pretty good sized centipede too. Well, it's a couple inches long. And then at this gopher, oh, he jumped. At this gopher tortoise burrow, there was a big gopher frog. And of course, as soon as I took out the camera, he jumped. He was right at the opening there. Probably see another though. And here we have a gopher frog before this one disappears, right at the burrow opening right there. So gopher frogs are listed by the state of Florida as a species of special concern. And as you can see, they live inside the gopher tortoise burrows, which are another listed species in Florida. So they are very much in danger of being wiped out, since usually the first places people like to develop in Florida are the ones that are high and dry, which is where the gopher tortoises are, which also means that's where the gopher frogs are. But yeah, pretty cool to have a healthy population of them living inside these gopher tortoise burrows. I feel like the camera doesn't do it justice, but it's a pretty sunset. Got the Chuck-will's widow calling. That is a relative of the whippoorwill. It's real nice and pretty out. Oh, well, here is Chunk Skunk living up to her name, flipping the whole food bowl down, ravenously eating the superworms in there. That's what she's most excited about in today's meal. You guys might be able to hear the emus drumming. They make a cool, low, like, bass sound. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. She's so cute. But yeah, it's very muggy. There's like steam coming off of me right now. So I finished walking around out there, didn't see anything else, saw a rabbit, that's about it, you know, nothing else really, but nice little walk around, take a look and see if anything was out there. But yeah, so she's gonna go ahead and eat her food. Let's go feed the fennec foxes. And then here are the fennec foxes. So Jet just grabbed a mouthful of food. There he is. And Sierra, oh, there she is, running around being crazy. so fast. And yeah, I guess we will. Oh, look at, psh, get out of there. I guess we will end the video with the fennec foxes. So thanks for watching, guys.